Now to the rising terror fear here in America. A new poll shows that almost half the country thinks an attack is very likely to happen in the next few months, the highest anxiety since the days after 9/11, and it is fueling Donald Trump's surge at the top of the polls. ABC's John Carl tracking that story from the White House. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. While Trump has been slammed by critics for his proposal to temporarily ban Muslims from coming into the United States, his supporters have not wavered. In fact, his standing in the polls is as high as ever. But one of his major rivals is now privately questioning whether he has the judgment to be commander-in-chief.
In New Hampshire overnight, Donald Trump brushed off protesters as he received the endorsement of a New England police union.
We've had a pretty interesting couple of days. We have people talking, I will tell you that.
All the controversy and news on terrorism over the past month seems to have given Trump a boost. Back in late October, there were signs he had started to fade. Since then, he's jumped 13 points in that same poll. But Trump's #1 rival in Iowa, Senator Ted Cruz, is touting an endorsement from a key evangelical leader.
And I happen to believe that the extraordinary leader that we need for these extraordinary times is U.S. Senator Ted Cruz.
Cruz has steadily gained support from social conservatives in Iowa. One poll this week showed him leading Trump there for the first time. Now he's taking on Trump behind the scenes. In audio obtained by the New York Times from a closed-door fundraiser, Cruz questions if Trump and Ben Carson have the judgment to be president.
Who am I comfortable having their finger on the button? Now, that's a question of strength, but it's also a question of judgment. And I think that is a question that is a challenging question for both of them.
Cruz explained why he's avoided any public criticism of Carson or Trump, saying he hopes to gain their supporters and escape Trump's attacks.
So my approach, much to the frustration of the media, has been to bear hug both of them and smother them with love.
But even while Trump continues to ride high, his proposal to temporarily ban Muslims from entering the country is unpopular. In a new Wall Street Journal NBC poll, 57% of Americans oppose it, only 25% support it, and Republican primary voters are split on it. Less than 40%, George, of Republican primary voters support that ban.
Yeah, though there is a bit of a partisan split right there. Meantime, Donald Trump, we had thought he was going to be going to Israel after Christmas. Now that's been canceled.
That's right. He'd been scheduled to go to Israel to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. But yesterday, Trump abruptly canceled that trip. George, the cancellation came after Netanyahu said he'd rejected Trump's comments on Muslims.
And Trump said he'll visit him when he's president.
With characteristic modesty,
Okay,
yes.
John Carl, thanks very much. Much more Sunday on all this on This Week.
All right, looking forward to that.